axe going down to the corrosive biles. Cure will give chase though, and will try and catch some of these roaches, getting them caught in concussive shells. Rogue makes his getaway, trying to lead that army back toward the lurkers, which are on his own side of the map. But maybe something missing that's allowing him to kind of get through and really deal some damage. A Night is unseen when lurkers can pop out of it is terrifying. This can be game-changing.
Oh, he is not noticed whatsoever. Some of those Marauders could have easily turned around and actually changed the pace of this game. Now, these Ravagers are probably not going to win this fight, so that's not so great. But the lurkers in the main base are so difficult to hold against. In fact, they're already on top of the ramp. They've already taken the choke. How does Cure hold against this?
His base is just choke after choke, and there's so many positions Rogue can take advantage of there, and this is horrendous for Cure, who must deal mega damage across the map to make up for this. But Abducts on these siege tanks, they're not going to get a chance to siege. There's more lurkers at home. This top army is the only real threat that Cure has remaining, but it's going to be a struggle.
Cure knows that you see that supply, and you know that you haven't really done any damage to the Zerg player, and your heart is sinking, but he's going to try his darnest to actually hold on. The Marauder in the front line trying to take those Banelings, but the Planetary off to the right, it's a goner. There's nothing to actually save that, and the fourth base as well going to be under fire. 100 supply difference as Cure taps out.
Side defensive nuke here is going to be very good.
Don't do him like that.
It's
easier, it's easier.
Not again. Not again. Not like this.
Yeah, you see it's the thing on the left. He's gonna dodge this nuke. By the way, I love the fact that Spirit is not even close to max, and they still remade 2 nukes at a time. Like, yep, I need nuke.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's necessary, but Solar is going to tap out at
for more units. It's a little bit spooky for Solar here.
Yeah.
And now he's a huge army.
Yeah, that is a huge army. If he can prevent those rocks from being broken down, actually, that would be pretty big for positioning, as he has 3 tanks. That would greatly benefit from those rocks being up, but instead he's just going to angle for this base, and that will prevent the links. Solar only leaving 3 to break those rocks. It may not seem like a lot, but terrain is super important. A lot of these paintings are going to be spent already to try and collapse onto this Hellbats. Otherwise, they won't reach. And Spirit, very good repositioning of most of his army there to the back. The Veiling flank, however, is going to look to connect. Does find a couple of Marines, but not enough, as Solar has run out of Banelings, and this will leave the space open for Spirit to push on forward with his Marines. Now targeting those Banelings at the front forces them to remorph somewhere else, but that only means that the base is most likely to be left to fall. So, Solar will try to defend.
We try to defend. It will kill the last tank. The bench is a lot of queens, but just how many Banelings we have? Oh, nice shift click on the Banelings. There's 4 more. He clicks on them. Base Marines are uncontested. We're gonna kill every single queen, and if you kill the queens, then you kill everything. GG. All these roaches. Even though Solar drowned a lot, I believe it's more than fine to all those.
Yeah, Solar knows. Rogue, I love what he's doing. He's going for a one-punch man strat here. He's just gonna go for a lot of circlings. Again, the fastest unit to make, the fastest unit to move. So this is going to be a strong attack from Rogue, or as strong as he can make it. But Solar, he was starting to make a Spire. He was thinking, okay, if you're droning up, I'm going to look to the next phase in the game. Cancels that Spire in favor of more units. Drops 2 Spines. And as long as he holds here, it's going to be game over within the next minute. It looks amazing for Solar to start. Here comes the last few links trailing in. But it's simply just not going to be enough. And Rogue will have to tap out. The 4 Infestors clumped up, but they will react in time. Will they? 2 Infestors already down. That is huge. A 3rd one also dies to the carrier. This is looking amazing to start for Neeb. But both disruptor shots have been used. Here's where those 3 Infestors could do something, but another one goes down. And Robo, this looks fantastic for Neeb. I mean, these queens are gonna repel the attack, but Neeb has the option to just kill the base.
This looks fantastic for Neeb, but because like, where are the Banelings? He does have a Baneling nest, but he needs Banelings right now to deal with all of this cargo. Disruptors are gonna eat a ton of queens. This is a pretty random timing, but I think Rogers was not expecting it, because where are the Banelings? You need Banelings with 7 Infestors in production, that's cool and all, but where are the Banelings in production? These charters are just destroying your run.
Yeah, I mean, flashbacks from the laser versus Chaos match, because those Infestors are not gonna be able to accomplish anything anytime soon, and Neeb just takes them.
Okay, shade back, shade home.
Shade home.
Oh my god.
No, shade forward. Starts pulling back though. Rogue has not started the aggression yet, in spite of seeing the Adepts in the middle of the map. The Adepts are going to threaten at the gold base, which keeps 4 workers there, but already getting a surround onto the shield battery, which overcharges just to protect the probes for the time being. The Adepts not in the great position, but an extra pylon will actually create the surface area for the Adepts as another 2 arrive. They're going to be exposed, however, so these links should be able to take at least one of them down. The probes of Neeb will actually do enough damage to those links. Were they clear it, but has he lost too much, Rogo?
That's just so many Zergling cats.
That is a lot. The probes on hold positions, so serving a double purpose there as far as mineral gathering and defense. The Immortal is protecting both of them. I can't believe they fit there, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. As it exposes the Immortal a little bit more, 4 links attacking it at the same time. That Immortal will be falling any second now. As cool as that many links is going to be plenty for the Adepts. The probes are running, but there's nowhere to run. And Neeb will have to tap out to the last.
Not only is this terrible, but it's 3 gateway units.
All right, I mean,
Dude,
I would
there's a
rather
Void
have the
Ray.
Oracle almost, right? But here's the Void Ray. The
Void
probes
Ray
are going to
attack!
fight.
Void Ray,
I mean,
please, for the love
Void
of God, Void Ray,
Ray!
shoot! Void Ray, don't shoot the Overlord! Void Ray!
Idiot Void Ray! Oh my god, I mean, this is a lot of damage still from Rogue. He seems to have broken through Neeb here. He is going to do a lot of damage. The drones are going to pull back. The Void Ray is being led astray. This is one of the stupidest Void Rays I've ever seen. I hate him.
I hate him as well, and even though Neeb kind of had a build all the win, because he got caught so hard at the position, I think it's just too much damage. Hey, he just already killed 23 probes, dog. Oh my god. No, Neeb!
The Oracle ran out of energy.
Starting to fight each other. A couple of Ravens up in the sky and a couple more tanks pressing forward too, as these other tanks will siege up, and these Marines running in from Q are going to take a whole bunch of damage. Marine's going to fight back from Dream. He's got a good position on the right side. He'll get so many of those tanks so quickly, but boy, there are a lot of tanks over on the left. I believe he dropped a last second Matrix on the right, but he really needed it on the left, or more of these backward tanks, as Q will not be broken on his position. And Dream just kind of needs to get up to like enough Ravens or some Liberators or something to start breaking this down. I mean, right now he's kind of doing it with the Viking count here and just having vision versus Q not scanning.
Yeah, it felt like it was redeeming moments at the end of the fight there for Dream, but the beginning of the fight, absolutely Cure catching Dream a little bit off guard there with a lot of those siege tanks on siege. And well, Vikings really got some good work to do, and well, especially not only with the Viking count for Cure being dwindled, but now the medevac's actually become also another target. We have absolutely seen quite a few stims over here from Cure. Here comes another one, and that is going to be one that he regrets maybe moving into all of those siege tanks. I'm not sure that those Marines even got a shot off.
Yeah, that was good control on the Vikings as well, and they just keep on slaying Ravens at the moment. Great efficient fight from Dream. Picks up so many of those important air units, pulls his SCVs in to immediately start repairing his own. On the bottom side, the Viking count is huge from Q, and he's continuing to pick off Ravens now. We need to get rid of the planetary so the Marines can be a little bit more effective over here. Q is mass preparing. He's got more money in the bank right now. We've got to scan down the left-hand side to make sure we've got vision. And right now, that is going the way of Q, though. He's just picking off tanks. Over here, Q is going to find Dream on siege. SCVs have to pull in, but more goes down, and that's the value of freeing up those units in the top left corner. It's chaos across the map as we stem forward, and we get a bunch of Vikings, too. And Q knows he's got to go right now. Tournament life on the line. He tries to bust on through, but his tanks are gone. Target fire from Dream is perfect. The SCV is trying to help, but it ain't enough. And Dream is going to go to the playoffs of Katowice as he pushes through. Cure has nothing left. One planetary fortress, but that will die to the tanks. And Dream is going to do it. Break the losing streak. Take down Cure. Go to the round of 12.
Just positioning blocking,
Yeah.
I think. Maybe it's a little bit too late for the Evos, but here we go. We're going to try to prevent these things from going down. The first one actually gets blocked, and he gets cancelled. This must be a phenomenal start for Serral. You got to love this for Serral. It feels like we're seeing a lot of red and really not all that much blue. Darkness is going to try to guide a little bit, try to make Serral indecisive on whether or not he should go for the spines or the links. But I'm loving everything about this defense of Serral so far. But the spine is going to go up, but a single spine, that can't really be enough, because we don't even have the 3 spines, so this is not when you have a spine throw on the low ground too. Serral probably wants to prevent this from going down for a split second though, so we're gonna pull the drones and the links one more time. But with 15 against 3 workers, I have a hard time believing that Dark is really gonna get him much done here.
No, it's not even going to be close. Serral holds on, and what a defense.
The Banelings show up, the Lurkers are not quite ready yet. Can the Banelings make the difference for Serral and put him into a great position in this group and get the 2-0 lead? I like the micro of Dark so far, but Serral does still have quite a few units.
Yeah, those Balins are forcing Dark to just constantly run, so he was missing quite a few attacks while Serral seemed to be hitting every single time. The Banes did a decent amount of splash, and Serral gets a great trade. He comes out of this 50 supply ahead, and he's going to get this base on the exit as well, keeps his units alive. The Mutas are picking off Hydras as we go, and Serral's going to turn around and keep on fighting.
Serral's not going to give him the time. Bounces on this army as well. And the Roach Ravager bailing of a relatively weak economy gets it done.
He's not going to want to go for it.
Oh my goodness. And that's just an instantaneously dead Colossus. He got a shot on it earlier on. Actually, the Vikings are going to try to chase this down, and they're going to die to the Stalkers, but even still, the Colossus, they're starting to fall here. The Warp Prism as well. A great start for Ryung as the army supply for ShoWTimE. It's 40 supply down. He's falling here. Disruptors are not going to get anything. And again, the Master, I don't even know what to call him. His engages are so good in this matchup.
Oh, nice split against these disruptors, and actually he's going to force ShoWTimE back with some great splitting. He'll get every single disruptor. Ryung, what?
Ryung just does not lose fights after 10 minutes in this matchup.
At this point, this is getting to be a big problem. We do see the disruptors very exposed, but there might just be too many gateway units here for ShoWTimE. Ryung, it's 3-2 versus 3-2 right now. He does have the defensive advantage.
And he's attacking through the position where the majority of Ryung's tanks are not. First two, they're actually going to be exposed. We're going to see them get lifted anyways. ShoWTimE looking to put himself in a dominant position to advance out of this group. SCVs have to get pulled, but already the bio is falling apart. The tanks are going down as well. The last couple shots, well, they're going to hold still for a moment, but the lifts on the Marines seal the deal. ShoWTimE, he takes the series 2-1.
Ryung wants to go straight for the natural. Very nice siege position on this tank from Time, but Ryung will keep his tanks on siege, go after it, takes it on down, gets his units into a good position, is going to be able to take down all of his opponent's SCVs. Meanwhile, other side of the map, we do have the SCVs being pulled by Ryung, but the Marines get taken down very quickly. There is a tank on the high ground. Ryung, very, very much outfighting his opponent during this, like, space trade scenario. And Time, he's gonna go home, but he can't afford to. He's on so many SCVs, and the armory will go down as well.
It's a base trade for Ryung's life in this tournament. He will gladly trade his base for another shot at Time in game number 3. 4 tanks are sieged up. Time is gonna have to pull from the main and the natural to make something happen. But look at this, Ryung, who surrounds the surrounder. Ryung does. These 4 tanks, they're sieged up, but with the army of Ryung on the high ground here, he has vision. He's gonna start shelling away at this position, this last army of Time. That's not gonna work out for Time here. He's not microing. The 2 tanks, they're so low. One has so little HP, 7 left. But Ryung now, he has the full surround. There is no natural. No, actually, I think the third base is sitting over the tanks of Time here.
Let's go!
Oh, the Widowmine from the early game!
Are you kidding me? Ryung, do you believe in miracles? This move from Time is a brilliant one. The double drop, he's gonna try and get in, will get in before his opponent's 2-2 is completed. 16 Marines is nothing to despise. You've got to take this so seriously. But Ryung, he's got the units. He's going to push it away. Almost gets the medevac, but it does survive. That Viking could have been a hero. Oh, but Ryung,
he's going to find it.
Ryung, he's on the hunt.
One more
he's
stim.
Going after it. Boost is not cooldown. We are going to see these units just barely not able to reach. Time gets away. It's a massive supply lead still for Ryung, though. And GG is called. We're going to game 3.
But lose the tank pretty quickly. And again, Time is running in. We're going to have to see something. Your auto turrets get dropped. The tanks are there, but Ryung, he has enough greatly. You're not taking this fight, Time. It's not going to work at all. The tanks are falling. Ryung stimming in. And for his life, for this game in this tournament, once again, Time not wanting to go to the late game against the Master, but Ryung dragging Time, kicking and screaming into that setup where he has the advantage. You don't run into tanks like that. Oh, and there we go. Nice Raven play as well. These Marines, they're paper. The tanks are going to go down. Time again is going to try to take this fight because he's got tanks on the backside. But look at the Marines fall down.
Ring tank fire, a Pyrrhic loss right there. A massive victory for Ryung. And Time once again shows us why he is so comfortable in this matchup, why he is a master, and why with no prep going into IEM Katowice, he's still looking like he might be able to make it happen. But Time is coming in with a counterattack on the other side. Ryung gonna pull the SCVs, but there are a lot of 3-3 Marines right here. Take down all the tanks, and Ryung, well, it is gonna be a base trade, and this could get messy very quickly. Oh, he's gonna try and come in, but the heavy armor missile is still off and running. This is not the fight time. You cannot take this. Ryung, he is gonna take game 3, and he keeps his hopes alive of advancing into the bracket stage of IEM Katowice. He is going to find these tanks behind the army, and the Hyperflight Rotor Banshee will come on in. We do have Hellions trying to fight Stim Bio, not the best. Interference Matrices coming on in, will be able to shut down all the tanks. The Vikings do land, but that means the Banshees in the backfield are going to go to town. How many SCVs do go down? Honestly, not as many as I expected. And Banshees versus landed Vikings. What a game number one so far. Special loses 11 SCVs and comes out of it still up by 10.
Not really. So he's got to drop on the north side here, dealing with the planetary. But while Marauders are good against armored units, this planetary is going to be a strong defensive force. It's not going to be able to get much of anything. And now Special moving into the natural here. GG Special. He's up a lot of economy. He's up in army supply. But it feels like he's starting to lose this lead in this game, but time's just going to stim on in time with that classic little bit of impatience. It's not going to work out for him here, and he's going to lose so much. He's a 50 army supply lead all of a sudden.
Well, you talked about advantages, and they were equalizing, but now they are massively in favor of Special. Look at the supply. It is 149 to 88, 76 army supply to 33. A huge SCV lead, a huge army supply lead. Time, he had his destiny in his own hands, and it slipped through his fingers.
Yeah, this is 2 series in a row now, Steadfast, where we have seen time go for this impatience, this desire to end a game or to find an advantage where there was none to be found. In fact, time, he macros out of that. He's kind of killed all the disadvantages he had, but he didn't know that just yet, and now Special. This is a wonderful position. Time's got to break this right here, right now, but that is 5 tanks. GG Special, 2 zeros. Ryung qualifies to the group stage or to the playoffs.
My soul, Maru. My body, Ryung, but my soul, Maru.
Ah, okay.
Okay, he said.